Hey everybody, guess what? We have a brand new multi-layer stencil set for you. This is a skull stencil, 5-piece with registration marks. Very easy to use for your RC body needs. Check this out. Uh, this is a thin piece of plastic. We put the registration marks on the other side that I'm spraying on. We took the stencil, placed it up against the plastic, use a marker and mark the 4 corners just like you would do on your RC body. You just line it up on the outside where you want the skull to go, put those 4 registration marks, then start your work on the inside. You take your stencils, you line them up on those 4 registration marks and spray one color at a time, one stencil at a time. You'll get great results doing it this way. And in no time, you'll be spraying these great looking 3-dimensional skulls, and they'll just be popping out at you, which is fantastic. So what I've done is I put the registration marks down, I sprayed candy green, and I'm going through the stencils one at a time. They do have numbers on them. Number 1, if I'm correct, is black, so I sprayed black. Number 2 is a dark gray, and how I get that result is I use the same black, I just don't spray it as dark as I did my first stencil, so I can get a mid-tone. This is all about tonality, from black to dark gray to a light gray, or from dark to dark shadow to a light shadow. So the first is black, the second is black, but not as much. You don't spray as much. You just spray to get you a mid-tone. The third stencil that I sprayed is the lighter tones. So I sprayed black again, but just a light dusting. This stencil that I'm using next is the white stencil. And because I sprayed the candy green, this white is going to be a bright green, which is going to give me my highlights, almost like there's a light shining on the skull's face. This is an outline stencil, and what's great with this stencil set is you're going to get the outline and you're going to get the fill stencil, so you'll get both of them. I sprayed black around the outer edge. I left the mouth open for interpretation, so you guys can fill it any way you want. Sometimes I would put flames in the mouth, or I would even put an eye in the mouth, so I left it open. But since I wasn't going to put anything here, before I sprayed my white to fill the skull, I used black to fill the mouth. So I sprayed my white, and I don't always fill the whole skull because I want the back of the skull to look like it has a shadow, so I spray very lightly with the white towards the back and more white towards the front of the skull where the highlights are, so that it continues to have a realistic effect of there being light in the front of the skull, and it gets darker towards the back of the skull. Then I back this whole thing in black. Job done. Very, very easy to spray. This entire thing, this is the first time I'm spraying it, took me 7 minutes. That's the end result right there. Great stencil set. You can find it on eBay, on Facebook. Contact me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.